So what if AI isn't replacing creativity? What if it's helping us use our creativity more effectively? When AI first started becoming mainstream, just, I don't know, it seems like a year or so ago, I was an early adopter. I'm kind of an early adopter with a lot of technology. In fact, I love to tell the story about when, iPods first came out, and it was so amazing to think that you could actually hold 300 songs in this little device. So I was like one of those early adopters who bought one when you still had to order it online because they weren't available in stores. You had to wait 6 weeks for it to be shipped. So when AI came along and we could use it, I was really interested in learning about it. So I started using ChatGPT, and it's an LLM. So it's a learning machine, and it learns your language. So I have taken courses and classes and figured out how to make it work for me. So yes, a lot of the images that I create, I've done through some of my descriptions of what I've wanted to do, and I've put it into AI and asked it to create something. When I do my Substacks or my blogs, it's not writing my content for me. I already have so much that I have uploaded and inputted, and then I ask it to organize it and structure it for me to make it a little bit, make my job just a little more simpler and effective. And then I go back and I edit. It's not AI slop, it's me editing. I look at it as an employee, a staff writer that I say, okay, here, take this content and go write something for me, and then bring it to me and let me make some adjustments and some edits. So it's kind of like a junior copywriter or a brainstorming partner or a creative collaborator. And that's how I envision using AI. So yes, it helps me edit my videos. It helps me edit my blogs. I've been using different programs. And so, some people were excited about it. Some people are terrified by it. And I've met both. And I think the ones that are excited about it are the ones I seem to gravitate toward. I know it can be considered dangerous. And right now, writers are especially asking a lot of questions about AI. And are you using it for your prose, basically for your stories? Absolutely not. When it comes to dead air or with Radio and Records Cafe, what I'm using AI chat GPT is what I'm still using right now. And I know that there's a lot of others, but it's like one of those things where when you have so many different programs that you're running, it's hard to make those changes. And so, but I don't use it to write the story, but I do let it help me create the scenes, by me putting in my notes. And this is what I'm imagining. This is what I want to see. And then it helps me structure what my notes are, and it's structured my outlines for me, but it's not writing anything for me. And I even have it. If somebody was to come and look at my Chat GPT thread, I'm telling it all the time, you're not writing the story. You're just giving me my notes back in an organized structure. And so I keep telling it that to do that. The question, I guess, was that, is AI going to replace writers? And, I have a completely different perspective on it. Will it replace artists? Will it replace creativity itself? And I really do understand all of those concerns. But for me, in my experience, AI has been more of a creative partner, a creative collaborator. And it's not a replacement for anything. It's a tool. It's a collaborator. It's a sounding board. It's a research assistant and a brainstorming partner that never gets tired. So here's a great example of how I used it. I'm going to show some video screenshots of how I redid my kellyorchard.com website. Everything existed. I needed something to be able to bring everything together for the Courtyard. Now, the Courtyard brand started in the beginning of 2026, but my website was still promoting Dead Air, The Day the Music Died. And then I worked on it to promote flipping the format on the Fear of Failure book. And then I knew after the NAB show, I needed to do something else with my website. But I'm not a website designer. I don't like the technology. I'm learning it because I have to. So I will tell you that having AI to tell me what's wrong and be able to take screenshots of, hey, this is what I'm looking at, what do I need to do? It's also having a technical advisor and actually having my own web developer technical assistant right there next to me telling me what button to push and what I need to put where, which is, I don't know about you, but It saved me a ton of time and a ton of money. Exactly. And I know artists and writers and web developers are all upset about it, but here's my thing. Become all of those. Learn how to create the graphics while you're developing the website. And if you're not a writer, you can use the programs to write the content. Because I've had websites built and I've had to send my material off to a writer who's going to write the stuff for the page, an editor, and then send it to the web designer who's going to do this. And oh, we need photographs over here. So we need somebody who knows how to do the graphics. Well, guess what? I did them all myself. And that may say that somebody's like, you're taking business away from people. No, I think the people that are doing those business can amplify their services. So let me just show you. For the website, the books already existed, the framework existed, the stories existed, the courses existed, the ideas existed. So I was struggling with organizing everything into one coherent structure. And so for years, I knew all of these pieces belonged together. I've got 30 years of material that I've been writing for the radio broadcast trades. I've got 6 books that I've written. I've got several playlists on my YouTube channel that cover different themes. I just couldn't always see the architecture clearly. So using AI helped me connect the dots. It helped me organize years of work in a single ecosystem. The website didn't appear because AI invented it. The website appeared because AI helped me articulate what was already there. The same thing happens with my fiction writing. Sometimes I'll ask questions about a character, a timeline, a setting, a historical detail. Not because AI knows my story better than I do, but because good questions help reveal better answers. That's true in therapy, it's true in leadership, and it's true in writing. The danger isn't AI. The danger is assuming technology can replace judgment. Creativity still requires discernment, taste, experience, life, humanity. AI can help organize ideas, but it can't live your life for you. It can't tell your story for you. It can't replace your perspective. The best use of AI isn't surrendering creativity, it's amplifying it. Just like my License to Be Badass page on my Kelly Orchard website. Eventually, that will become its own website. So AI helped me develop my new kellyorchard.com website. And you can see some of the work that's been done in the videos that I am showing in the background here. So, I used it I created the prompts on what I wanted to say, and then I put it into the GoDaddy Airo platform, which is GoDaddy's new AI platform to build websites. And so basically, I was just talking between the two AIs on what I wanted to do. And then, of course, the links for the articles or the pictures I wanted to use or the videos that I wanted to show needed to be added in. Obviously, I had to do that. And then I had to decide to make decisions on what pictures were going to go where, and did I need a new one? And so the video you can see, it's like I show the screen cap of the mobile look and how the License to Be Badass page would look if you were looking at it mobile. I show the home page on how AI was actually doing all of the work for me, and I wasn't even touching the keyboard once I clicked send. I just let it do its thing. And it was very fascinating to watch and very interesting to see happen. So what do I want you to remember? AI doesn't replace creativity. It amplifies clarity. The creativity still belongs to the human using the tool. Next week, we'll go back to the summer of 1975 and explore how radio found pepper and why music has a way of carrying memories we didn't even know we still had. If you enjoyed this conversation, I'd appreciate if you'd like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might enjoy it too. And if you'd like to go deeper, I invite you to join me in the courtyard on Substack. That's where I share the writing journey behind the Radio and Records Cafe trilogy, along with reflections on creativity, leadership, resilience, travel, and the stories that shape our lives. You'll find the link below, and I'd love to have you join us there.